everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and today I am so excited because I finally have a new shade of a product that I have wanted to have a deeper shade in for years. The product that I'm talking about is by Chanel, as you all can tell by the title, the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream, and I have the newest shade into the lineup, the shade Soleil Tan Deep Bronze. Y'all, let me give you a quick background on this particular product. So I have been a fan of this product for years, and I always wanted to have this product to use it in my makeup routine, but the shade always was too light for me. And I know y'all are thinking like, okay, if it's too light for you, then why do you want to have it? And it's because I knew that it was great. I'm like, this is an excellent product. How come it does not work for me? So I would buy it, try it, and then I'm like, you know what, this doesn't work. And then I would buy it again, try it, and be like, you know what, this doesn't work. It was insanity, but I still have an older one that I still have because I wanted it to work. You all see I dug in it. I would try to build it up, but it never ever really works for me like that because it's basically my complexion. It's like half a shade darker than me. So it never really gave me the impacts that I was looking for, but I always enjoyed the consistency of it. But I finally just let it go because I realized that once Chanel reformulated it and they didn't come out with a darker shade, that they probably never were going to until now. Okay, so they finally have created a deeper shade, and I had to get this as soon as I saw it because I wanted to know if it finally was going to be something that worked for me. So I have my original Soleil Tan De Chanel, which is the original name for it. It's in the shade Bronze Universelle. And for comparison purposes, I actually purchased a new Soleil Tan De Chanel in the Universelle shade just to be able to compare it to the new deeper shade as well as my original Soleil Tan De Chanel to see what the similarities are. Are there differences? Is the shade the same? Did they just overall deepen up everything? So that's what we're going to be testing out today. This product retails for $50 and it has 1 ounce of product in here, which is the same amount that you got originally, but the packaging is just a little bit smaller than the original packaging. It's something that you can definitely see when you have it right next to each other. The original one is a little bit wider, but it's still the same amount of products within the jar. So like I said, there's 2 different shades. So the lightest shade is Soleil Tan Bronze, which on the internet it doesn't have Universelle on the back, but on the back of the product it still says that. And then we have the deeper shade, which is Soleil Tan Deep Bronze. This product is composed of mineral waxes and powders, and that is supposed to ensure effortless application. It also has silica and soft focus powders that give an immediate smoothing effect. There's also light reflecting pigments that create a natural looking radiance. This formula is non-comedogenic, meaning it helps to avoid clogged pores and breakouts, which is really important, especially because we are using cream products on our cheek areas. And if you are anything like me, your cheeks are very sensitive, so you do have to be cognizant of that. So I'm excited to give it a try. I'm going to try on the lighter shade against the deeper shade and let you all see the comparison. And then make sure you stay tuned until the end, and I'll talk about my final thoughts about everything. And overall, am I satisfied with this new shade? Especially for somebody like me who's been waiting for this product for years. And so I'm so excited to finally have this and be able to test it out. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I hope that you all enjoy. So the first thing that I need to do is apply this lip product because my lips feel kind of dry, and this one is in the shade 158 Dawn. So let's see. Ooh. Okay. That feels nice. It has a nice beige little color to it. I can't feel any of the shimmers, but it gives a really nice little gloss, and you can just throw it on your lips and keep it pushing. So I'm going to take my brand new original bronzer and the brand new deeper version of the bronzer and apply them on either side of the face. And I have 2 different brushes to do this. So I'm going to start off with the original, and let's see what that does. I don't have on anything on my cheeks right now. Okay, so I'm just taking this brush and stippling this on. Okay, can we see anything? I'll see it just a little bit. To be honest, I think this is so close to my actual complexion that it's really not giving me any bronzing effect. Let me try to take it around here. I can't see any bronzing. I just see where it looks glowier right there. But bronzing, you know, this is the side I don't have any bronzer on. I put a little bit of that right there. I'm going to try to build it up a little bit more. I mean, I see it a little bit, but y'all, it's so faint on me. You have to be a lighter complexion than me to wear this, period. But it gave a nice slip and it gave a nice amount of glow. Like I said, I do feel like it looks a little bit healthier there. I see a little bit of that color coming through. It's very soft and easy to blend. So now let's get into the brand new deeper version. Y'all, I am so hyped and excited to try out the deeper version. Okay, honey, I am already getting that bronze. It's significantly darker. You can immediately see that bronzy glow on my cheeks. I don't even have to build it up. That is beautiful. It's much bronzier. It's deeper. It's giving me that contrast there. It still has that beautiful glow to it. This is super blendable still, and it has this really beautiful richness to it, and it's making my face have that nice sun-kissed look. I definitely think if you are a few shades deeper than me that you will be able to wear it. And it's not too overbearing on my complexion. Even though I have a golden complexion, I feel like it blends in and it looks naturally beautiful. And I like that. Okay, so here's the side with the original. You can't really see it. It's obviously not intended for my complexion, but it does make a little bit of a splash if I build it up. Versus the other side, I just went in with basically one application of it, and it gave me that intensity that I was looking for. And it's still natural, so you can build it up and get it to be a little bit more intense, which I'll go ahead and do and show you all. Because I know a lot of you all are like, well, how much more can it go? So I'll go over it a few more times and let you all see that. You see, I don't feel like it disturbed my foundation. I feel like it blended very effortlessly. And I like that, okay? So let me go ahead and even off my face because there's a clear difference here, and I'll be right back and we can chat about everything. So as per usual, I feel like Chanel produced a very well-made product. I love the blendability of the products. I feel like it was easy to use. It's one of the easiest cream bronzers that I've used, period, because it's very cushiony. It's not super pigmented, so it's not going to be difficult to master how much to get on the brush. And it just really infuses in with whatever makeup you're wearing to give you a really nice natural contoured bronzed look. And it's the reason why I have wished for this product to be made in a deeper shade all of these years. This is something that I have wanted for such a long time, and I'm happy that Chanel finally obliged our request to give us a darker shade of the Tan De Chanel bronzer because it's a beautiful product. Now I hope that they come out with even more shade variations to suit a larger demographic of people, because I can wear this bronzer, but if you have a deeper complexion than maybe MAC NC47, I don't think that this is going to be a great match for you because I think it's going to be so close to your complexion. But if I'm being completely honest, I really think that there could have been a shade in between these two, and that would have been the perfect shade for me because this shade is a little bit too rich for my complexion ordinarily. But like I said, since the formulation is buildable, I can definitely wear it. But my preference is to have something that's a little bit more neutral golden, like the tone of the original Tan De Chanel. This one is a little bit warmer than I would typically go for. It's beautiful. I was able to work it out. But for me, if they came out with a deeper version of this with this exact same undertone, it would be perfection for me. And you know, I can wear this, but it's so similar to my complexion that it's going to be the most natural version of a bronze that I can get, so that's why I don't reach for it. But I mean, I can technically wear it and maybe even use it as a base to build my bronzer upon because I just love the formulation that much. It glides on, it blends in with the rest of your makeup, it does not accentuate any texture that you may have. It's just a really nice moussey, whipped, velvety type product. I also have a few comparisons that I pulled to compare to the deeper Chanel bronzer. Starting with my Fenty cream bronzer, I have the shade 05 Teddy, and I think that these are very similar in terms of the richness, but the Fenty bronzer is a lot shinier. It's going to be a little bit stickier in the way that it applies, and the Chanel bronzer has a really nice fluffy velvety type texture. So texture wise, I don't think these are similar at all. Shade wise, I think that they have the same depth of shade, but the Fenty bronzer has a little bit more of that goldenness that I was talking about a little bit earlier, whereas the Chanel bronzer is a little bit more warm. I also pulled out Danessa Myricks Balm. Danessa's product is so much more intense than Chanel's, so it's way easier to overdo it with Danessa products than Chanel's, because Chanel's I think are a little bit more consumer friendly and Danessa's products are more artist driven. So her products are automatically going to be more pigmented and a little bit harder to use for the average person, because you do have to go in with such a light hand. But Danessa's products go so much deeper, because I believe I have the shade medium 3 and their shade's even darker than this in her line. So if you are looking for a cream bronzer type product but Chanel's isn't quite dark enough for you, then you can dip into Danessa's products and you're going to be able to find something that's a lot more rich, because she takes it there. And I don't think the consistency is similar either. I think that Danessa's products are more similar to Fenty's in how they apply, but I just wanted to bring this up because I know a lot of people have been interested in this. And lastly, I have the NARS cream bronzer in Casino, which I think that these are the most similar in how they are formulated. They both have that really nice creamy texture. They are a bit drier, so they don't have that stickiness to them. And it's not dry in a bad way. It's just not as oily as some other cream bronzer products can be. So it's not sticky at all on the cheeks. But if you liked the NARS bronzer, but you wanted a little bit more slip and a little bit more glow, then the Chanel bronzer is the answer for you. I really enjoy both of these. But again, I prefer the shade of the NARS because it's a little bit more neutral golden, which we used to see companies coming out with super red bronzers a lot more. But now companies have given deeper bronzer variations that are a little bit more golden, which I like. I also want to mention that I do see a slight difference in the new Tan De Chanel's original formula and the older one. I feel like the newer one has a little bit more slip and a little bit more glowiness to it, versus the original one was just a bit drier and it dried down almost like a powdery finish. And I don't notice that the new one has that same exact consistency. So if you weren't a fan of the original one because you felt like it was just a little bit stiffer and a little bit harder to work into your makeup, then you may like the new one. But I actually prefer the older one. So the older one's consistency was just a little bit more velvety and it had that cream to powder finish, which I feel like is something that is missed in today's makeup market. I really don't see that many products claim to be cream to powder like the original Tan De Chanel was, and I feel like this new one is just a cream that's not sticky or oily or anything like that. It still has a drier consistency to it, but it doesn't have that same velvety texture that the original one has. Plus, the original one has the gold CCs and the new one has beige CCs, which everybody likes the neutral stuff, but I was here for the gold because to me it looks a little bit more luxe. But all in all, I liked it. I feel like it's very beautiful. It's a really easy to use product. But since they are launching a deeper shade, I still feel like there's an area for improvement there, because they could come out with an even deeper shade than this, one, but also come out with a deeper shade that isn't reddish or warm toned, because I feel like that is kind of traditional, and I think that they could have come out with something that's a little bit more neutral golden. So hopefully they continue to expand upon this, because I am a huge fan of this particular product. It's one of my hero products that I have always wished for a deeper shade in, so I'm happy to have that. It is workable. Let me know if you all have tried this before. Did the original one work for you? Did you try it to see if it works for you? If you did and it didn't, do you plan on trying out the new one? Let me know down in the comment section, and I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super, super soon. Smooches. Bye.